What's going on, guys? My name is EJ, and today I just wanted to do a little bit of an update on the US General. So I was able to find a way to get those drawer latches out. It's actually super easy. It's literally just kind of latched into that little dent right there, and all you have to do, you'll feel it on yours, but just pop it up out of that dent, the actual latch, and then the whole thing just slides out. It's super easy. You'll get what I'm saying when you start messing with it, but just there's a little clip right here that you're just going to want to push up, and now I can grab it from anywhere, but it does still lock. So it's a pretty nice design that they did that. And I did just want to go over the US General, how I have it set up. So this is kind of like my main use cart at this point. And I have pretty much everything that I would use to do most stuff on the top here. And then I will show you guys what else I got in a moment. But Milwaukee gloves, Klein ratcheting, pry bars, Tekton. I'm not going to go super into brands because I already did that in my other videos. Chrome sockets, 3/8 impacts, 1/4-inch chromes, e-torques, and long or like deep e-torques, metric hex, metric torques, and nut grips. And then we have some lights, a bunch of bits. This is my 3/8 non-fuel ratchets, PB Swiss coin driver, a bunch of adapters, striking caps, screwdrivers, demo, and then non-striking caps are over here. Just some parts trays hanging out in the front. All the ratchets I use a bunch, so like 1/4-inch stuff, 3/8 and 3/8, all my 1/2 inches in the Cornwell. Scissors, extra lights, extra extensions I don't use a ton. These are the ones I do. These are all Gear-inch. Stubbies from Tekton, hood strut supports. And then these 3 drawers are actually empty for now. That's just mainly to give me room to expand. You have to think I was coming from a 5-drawer cart. These are way deeper, so this is exactly what I had in my 5-drawer. It's just now in this. So I have some space to expand. I don't want to just jam a bunch of stuff in there for no reason. And then that is my Milwaukee drawer for now. I'm not going to go with the hanging side. I'm just going to keep them in here so I don't mess the box up. But that's my stuff. And this is just sitting in the back there. And then in the Cornwell, we have all my 1/2-inch stuff. Impacts, this does pull out all the way. Chromes, impacts, there's some more Tekton impacts in the, Pittsburgh. These are 12 points. And then my Tekton 1/2-inch impacts, I gotta start working on those. Locking gear wrench extensions, adapters. These are all my standard sockets. Basically how I started was I had my old Craftsman sets and they looked pretty similar to this. This was one for my basement that I just pulled out because I needed some standard stuff, and whoops, I decided to keep it in the toolbox. Long torques, long hex, Koken nut grips, gear wrench or Koken wheel sockets, gear wrench wheel sockets, Capri impacts, bolt biters, standard hex, slotted and Phillips, and then stubby impacts, knives, and a little cutter. I don't know if I said it, but I have the smoke machine, all my screwdrivers on the back there, nut drivers, hex T-handles, I never use those, and then Phillips and slotted wheels are in here, as well as the bit drivers and the Tang spinners. And then the wrench drawer. These are all empty now except for my ratchets and breaker bars. So that's nice. And then all the way on the bottom, I just have some pliers, torque wrenches, and then these are all empty except for this drawer. This is just miscellaneous stuff that I use a lot. My Father's Day card. So I was talking about doing it, and I did it. We did pick up a second one. It was too good of a deal to pass up, honestly. I couldn't find a Snap-on cart that like even was the price of these two added up. So these both cost me $500 each basically. So it was $1,000 between the two of these. I couldn't even find one Snap-on cart for $1,000. And the one that I have at work, I was telling you guys, the only difference that I really saw was like the metal thickness. And I looked at a few split tops recently. The thickness of the metal and then the actual slides are a lot better on the Snap-ons. I actually like the casters in the US Generals more. But this is set up to be a diag cart and like brake service type stuff. So I have a bunch of degreasers, some shop towels, my laptop that I run Windows on. This is just here because I like to watch stuff. Some sockets that I use fairly frequently for brakes and tire stuff. Those are 12 points. I don't really use those a ton. It's just kind of sitting here for this being like the overflow, but I'm looking at getting some Tecton stuff for that. Overflow screwdrivers, some wheel sockets, tape measure. You'll see why in a second. I have a lot of my woodworking stuff in here and some pickup magnets, electrical pliers, brake cleaner, fuse tester. This is where my scan tool goes, but it's sitting in my car. And then Klein multimeter and all the leads for that. These are two ratchets that I use, or that I'm planning to use for brakes and stuff because I don't use them a ton, and I want to get some time on them, I guess. So every time I'm in my main use cart, I never grab them. So I figured if I leave them over here, and it's the only one in front of me, maybe I'll grab them. Plastic pry tools, gasket scrapers, picks, mirror, brake piston press. This oil filter wrench sucks, don't buy it. It's a little too big for everything. Like air tire filler, some flexi adapters. I guess they're called universal joints if you guys want to be super specific. And then just some miscellaneous stuff that I use, crush washers. And I did pick up, where is it? This for like $3 at my hardware store. This is the gear wrench feeler set. The feeler gauge set, sorry. So that was a pretty good deal. It was like $3 something. It ended up being like $4. Small parts. I think I've talked about it, but I do want to get. So I'm gonna buy 2 of the 14.5 end cabinets and stack them up. I ordered one. They said that it would take a few weeks to come in. So I didn't want to pull the trigger on both in case I hated it and I waited like 8 weeks and I'd be kind of salty. So I'm just going to wait for the one, and then if I love it, then I'll put in another order for the second one. But that's going to hold all of our woodworking stuff that we have in here, and this like massive murder weapon, some sanding stuff, and then it's going to hold all of these small parts. So pretend like this is not here. And then these drawers are going to be empty, so like this will all be in the end cabinets, and this will all be in the end cabinet. And then I just have my smoke machine test adapters, zip ties, some air tools, and I never use those, and test kits like the leak test kit and the compression test kit. I just bought that, so that's why I'm trying to flatten it out. But yeah, guys, I'm really liking the whole look of the two carts. I think they kind of complete everything. Once we get the end cabinet, I think it's going to look really incredible. But just for reference, I do really like these. I thought they were kind of gimmicky, but I'm definitely starting to really enjoy them. It's just like a convenience factor type thing. And then both of these boxes do shut. That was probably the parts tray. So I can lock everything now, and I think they look really cool shut, to be completely honest. So, and then I just put that little shelf up there. That was my old tool holder that I'm using for some parts cleaners and stuff. But yeah, I'm really enjoying these boxes, guys. If you do have one, let me know what you guys think. But so far, the last week or so, it's been with one, and then I ended up picking up a second one. I'm loving them. They're a huge upgrade to my 5-drawer. I've said it, but these are the boxes that I should have bought in the first place for sure. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. This was literally just a quick update on like how I have everything organized, because I'm getting to the point where we're really happy. I will update you guys on what we're going to do basically next. So we're going to expand this pegboard out. I do have the end cabinets on order, so I'm going to try to stack either 2 there, or like I'm just going to kind of play with the one that I have orientation wise, because I know I have a little bit of room back here for things like creepers and stuff. So I just want to see how annoying it is to jam stuff back there with 2 here, and I don't know. We're gonna figure out the orientation, but at least one of them is gonna go right there, and then I'm either gonna stack it, or I'm gonna like find a way to put a second one right there, or maybe over here or something. Who knows? But extend the pegboard. This wall is gonna get painted gray in all the back portion here, and then everything else, including this bottom concrete, I don't know why I said thing, but this is all gonna get painted white. The doors are gonna be left alone for now. That will be painted white. All this will be painted white up there, repainted, everything. And then this will be the only gray wall. So I think it's gonna make the toolboxes pop out like crazy. We're gonna paint the pegboard black to kind of match everything. And then we are looking at epoxying the floors in here. It's a big project, and obviously we have a lot of stuff that we have to move around. So we're holding off on that for the moment, but it's definitely something that we're considering. So everyone has left a couple comments, your floor is terrible, blah, blah, blah. We've actually painted this floor multiple times in the time that I've lived here, and with salt in New England, this is just how it ends up, and oil and whatnot. So hopefully the epoxy floors will hold up a lot better. We're gonna find out. There's definitely something inside that's messing this up, because it wasn't it must be this, because it wasn't like a little crooked before. Now I can see the top isn't shutting perfectly. That's a little better. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Super pumped with how the garage is coming out. Let me know what you guys would do next. What is your, because we did fit everything kind of into this cabinet, like oil wise. I don't know if I said that, but, and I'm looking at getting some Harbor Freight end cabinets, like the end lockers for all this stuff, so that it will match. But what do you guys think? What's the next upgrade? I'd love to hear it. I'm gonna have some new tool hauls coming out soon. We're gonna get back into those, guys. So don't think we're only just doing garage videos now. And I remember why this isn't shutting properly. The lock is engaged. But yeah, we're gonna be getting back into tool hauls and stuff. I've just been spending a fair bit on boxes recently just to get this all taken care of, and I wanted the garage to look good and have a good workspace for everything, because obviously the tools have to be used once in a while. They can't just be sitting around looking nice. So again, thanks so much for the support, guys. Appreciate you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.